What's up, welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of I-dle's 9th EP, We Made. This is I-dle's second Korean release since doing that rebrand last year following We Are, where they dropped the G and just became I-dle. That being said, I thought the music last year didn't really mark a distinct shift for the group musically, sonically. They sounded like they usually sound, even if they slightly changed their name and their presentation as a group that has a lot more creative autonomy nowadays as a signature act on Cube Entertainment. That said, I thought the project last year was a step up from some of their more recent efforts that had kind of waned in comparison to the extreme highs they had achieved with Queen Card not too long ago. And it's great that that momentum appears to continue with this new release. I-dle's 9th EP, We Made, is an awesome summer K-pop release. Despite being only 5 tracks, we get tons of awesome dance music here. The lead single, Mona, with its propulsive bass, would sound right at home on a Calvin Harris album. I love the energy on the new song Morning, with that great bass guitar, that hand clap. I love the vocal cadence of all the members. Really big chorus here that pops very nicely. To me, this is a straight bop. This is one of the best K-pop songs of the year thus far. I will find myself revisiting this a lot. I think this is very catchy and definitely I-dle at their best. I also think I-dle deserve a lot of credit for what they did with Mono because, you know, I think vibe-wise, sonics-wise aside, you have a very progressive message, very open, progressive message lyrically in that chorus, which is unfortunately still quite rare for K-pop, and I think that really speaks to that creative independence that I-dle find themselves with. Even though they've chosen to remain with their longtime label, they clearly kind of do whatever they want, and I think that's a great example. But ultimately, I like that track. I think, I don't think any of that comes across as preachy or forced within that chorus. I like the chorus as well, and that's a song that I think has a nice verve to it as it moves, and that vibe largely continues throughout this project, where this is just really light yet makes you want to move type dance production. And I-dle has made summer leaning stuff before. That's not new for them, but I really like the sonic palette they're playing with on We Made. The second song, Gimme That Love, has that opening whistle. I like the way the drums start to pick up. You have these chanty background vocals. To me, this is probably the most disappointing of all the tracks, just because it has a very repetitive, dull chorus that if that was a bit better, I think this is a much stronger song. On that second verse, you have very capable rapping from Yugi and Soyeon. I think it really adds some pep to that song, but I just wish the chorus was a bit tighter. As I mentioned, Morning, I think that's truly like a contender for my top 10 K-pop songs of the year. Make sure you come back for that at the end of the year, but I really like that song a lot. Crow is cool too because it's a louder, like angrier bass, definitely a bit grungier. And at the flow at the start definitely gave me Doja Cat vibes in a good way. And the last track, Love Is Pain, definitely more of a vocally forward song, but it's still a very lively vocal performance for the more traditional, slower closer. Like I think there's still a lot of juice with that song as well. So yeah, shout out I-dle, man. I think even if they put out songs from time to time that don't totally grab me, I'm always interested in what they're up to, just because, again, they have an independence. They have a desire to kind of shift a little bit against the grain that you don't necessarily see from a lot of their peers. And I think that's quite cool, and I still think my favorite stuff of them recently are songs like Queen Card or Wife. To me, I mean, what a song like Mono, a straight bop like Morning, Crow, which is pretty cool as well. Some good stuff here. Let me know though, where you at with I-dle's 9th EP, We Made? How are you feeling about this new era of I-dle, their second act here as we enter year 2 of that? Where are you at with them as a group? And for more music reviews, more K-pop reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.